How's it going, guys? Vaibhav here and welcome to a video talking about smartphone design in 2020 and how Vivo plans to change that for the upcoming future. Now, before we get into what Vivo has in store for us, I want to talk about smartphones in 2020 and how underwhelming their design has been. Whether you pick up the Oppo Find X2 Pro, which is a gray color finish, or the Galaxy S20 Ultra, which is also a gray color finish. I actually put a skin on it to make sure it looks a bit unique, and the skin definitely works, but inside it's still a gray finish. Now, I do want to say OnePlus has done a stellar job with the OnePlus 8 Pro, which looks absolutely incredible. I do like to see smartphones opt for these kind of colors, at least some unique ones, because gray and black and glossy black just are a bit overused in my opinion. The Galaxy Note 20 Ultra also did an amazing job with Mystic Bronze, so props to Samsung for sort of recovering on the fiasco that the Galaxy S20 Ultra has been, not just from a design perspective but other perspectives as well. But we're not going to get into that just yet or in this video. We're going to talk about what Vivo has in store for us, and according to Vivo, they've got this electrochromic glass on the back of their prototype smartphone that basically changes colors. So as you can see in this video, it changes all the way from this purple tone to more of a whitish tone, and it's very evident. Now, I think they're using a prototype Vivo S7 Pro in this video, and that's pretty obvious. They're covering the camera lens so that no one understands that this is indeed that phone. But I want to focus on the technology and how it works. It basically uses sandwiched glass and sort of charged electrons or charged ions, if I was to be correct by the use of chemistry. I don't really know what I'm talking about. I didn't do well in chemistry. Let's not focus on that. Basically, what it does is it charges the ions that are on the back of the panel of the smartphone, and that basically allows the color to change. That's as simple as the technology used behind the 787 Dreamliner and their windows. So once again, if you've sat on an airplane, which I know for the past couple of months has been a challenge for sure, but basically this also uses the same technology where you can have light that passes through and light that doesn't pass through by toggling the small button on the bottom of the window right there. So if you click the white button 3 times, all light will pass through. If you click the black button then 5 or 6 times, it reduces all the way to where no light passes through. And for those people who are just too lazy to pull down the blinds or that thing in front, you've got technology to do that. But I think it has more of an appeal for a smartphone perspective because the smartphone can change color, and maybe Vivo has some sort of software companion. So for example, if you want to go to this meeting where you can't really show off your purple or your pink phone, you can very well tone it down to make it look white or black or classy, as they say. But if you're in this party where you want to, rock on and stay up till 3 a.m., I do that anyway, but yeah, basically if you want to stay up till 3 a.m. and party hard and you want to have this phone that glistens and attracts all the attention, I don't know why, but if you want to be one of those people, well, you can tone it up all the way to blue or yellow or green or whatever you prefer. And maybe that's how Vivo is going to be marketing their next few smartphones, a chameleon edition Vivo X60 Pro, whatever they want to call it, for the future in 2021. I do see this thing having some sort of future. I don't think the major smartphone manufacturers will adopt it. I definitely don't think Apple will. Samsung might not either. It might adopt it for a series of its own, but definitely not on its flagship series, given the fact that they've done an absolutely amazing job with Mystic Bronze. I don't see why they have to adopt this technology, but definitely the more Chinese-oriented companies who want to deliver phones in maybe the mid-range segment, this could be one selling point that people would genuinely want to buy a smartphone for. This is another video basically showing off the same thing, but the color change is more drastic here, and that's why I want to show it, from blue all the way to this palish white, pinkish, to all the way to white. And that's a very drastic change, and if I'm not mistaken, this is indeed the Vivo S7 Pro. So there you have it. This is not censored, an uncensored version. And what's really cool about this is it can go all the way transparent, and with it going all the way transparent, you could pretty much see the inside of the phone, and that's where transparent edition smartphones have stemmed from. But with this technology in full force, you wouldn't need a transparent edition phone. You just have to click a button or a software button on your screen, and that would change the color depending on what you want it to change to. Now, in terms of how much power this would take, I think Vivo has said that it takes very little power to actually do this. But I think the more relatable question, or the more question, or the question that should be asked is, why would you need this when most of you are going to pop on a case on your smartphone anyway? Well, one of the reasons this could work and one of the reasons why it might have taken this long for it to come to the smartphone space in the first place is the launch of Corning Gorilla Glass Victus. And if you don't know what that is, well, it's on the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, where even if you drop the phone, it is resistant to breaking. And basically, by being so, you're getting a more robust, a more durable smartphone. And I think Vivo has waited for this technology for the longest time in order for them to implement this, because now people would be less prone to be using a case on their smartphone, and by doing so, they can actually take advantage of this technology, and this sort of merge makes sense. Now, that's the only sense that I can take from this video and this sort of showcase from Vivo. If you have any thoughts, leave them in the comments down below. But I think that's about it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. This was Vaibhav, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.